The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Wednesday, Hump Day. You are looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star, Frisco, Texas, where they are building the stage.
It's beginning to look a lot like
It is.
Christmas.
The presents are out on the plaza. It is 75 degrees. The high is 75. It is windy. The low tonight. Oh, Nate jacked me all up. I think the low tonight's 55 degrees.
What did he do?
Jack me up.
Oh, my goodness. This is my boy, Kurt Three Pumps Daniels. That's Big Nasty Nate Newton. This is Shannon Big Head Gross.
Whoa!
In the back is my boy, Chris Beam, keeping us live and local. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel when we speak. Don't do it.
What?
This segment is brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets hits.
Wings. How are we? Hump Day, Minnels and Dentals?
Middles and dentals are good.
You're all right, man.
You know, I like to make the show all about me. Guess what I'm doing tomorrow?
Thursday. What's tomorrow? Thursday.
Thursday. I am going
Thursday.
to my first ever eye exam.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to the eye doctor tomorrow.
Nice.
Let's go, bro.
The show is getting me right. Slowly but surely. It's taken like years to get me there, but
So did
Let's go.
you use the contact? How you found your own?
I
had a contact.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I texted Britt over there
Okay, yeah.
and said, hey,
They know, bro.
who would you recommend? He said, these are some good people. And I said, all right, if they're good for Britt, then they're good for me.
Yeah,
So-
'cause they got to put up with a whole lot to get through that dude. You know how pretty it was.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, he's going to vet them out.
Yeah, buddy.
So
There's
thank you, Britt Brown, if you still listen to the show from time to time for the recommendation. I appreciate that.
Speaking of contacts, so in Britt Brown actually. So on the broadcast this week,
Be careful.
No, on the
You
broadcast,
might want to say,
no.
I'm Britt. I'm not a doctor.
Well, no, I'm
Or a
this
trainer.
This isn't about doctor or trainer or
I'm
anything like
kidding.
this, but this kind of relates a little bit. So they were talking to, I guess, Turpin, right? Mm-hmm. And this is what Brad Sham said on the he was on the Cowboys Hour with Turpin, and he said the first year he was in the league or the NFL that he didn't have contacts, but he wore glasses. But at the games, he wouldn't wear his glasses. Mm-hmm. So everything was blurry. And the reason why this year he sees the ball better is because he got put contacts in. At what point do you be like, hey, guys, I need contacts. Can you help me out with that?
Here's the thing. That is so common. My college roommate, Darius Bowman, went to Oklahoma State, had a great career in the should have been in the NFL, but it was in the CFL. We were watching film, very similar to what you just said. And coach kept saying, why does it look like you're always surprised when the ball gets there? Like the pass will come and all of a sudden you'll see it. He's tracking it and then he'll jump back. He's like, man, I don't know. And coach was like, man, you need to get your eyes checked, jokingly. Mm-hmm. So we go do the physical. He gets his eyes checked. He needs glasses. They give him, they put contacts in for him.
He didn't catch a ball the rest of the year.
He comes running to my room, banging on I live right over top, banging on my door. Jess, I can see his everything. He thought that everyone saw
That was
as
just normal?
blurry. He was normal.
Oh,
He said,
wow.
I thought my whole life that this is just how I'm supposed to
This is
see.
what vision is, huh?
He's like, I've been seeing this cloudy and this blurry my entire life.
Wow.
I didn't know any better until he got contacts.
That's just crazy.
That's wild. But there's a lot of
then
people just think that's
About
what
a month
it is.
later, he come running. I never took my contacts out. I need some cleaning solutions.
About a month later, he was like, hey, I'm out of here, bro. They're kicking me out of school.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the words of Stephen A., Stay off the weed.
Gotcha. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. So.
Good.
Have
That's
y'all,
good for
any of
you,
y'all
man.
had an eye exam recently?
No,
I did.
I'm going
I
to
did.
get mine every year. I got it. I'm
I
going
had
next
one in
week.
August.
Is that something you're supposed to do every year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But.
Yes. It's when you get a certain age, it's 2 or 3 things you better check.
Yeah.
Yeah, every year.
Your butt. They do your butt.
No, that's
Why you
not mine.
always,
Mine.
you always gotta go right there. Just,
And you ain't even
We
like
was-
that, but
we-
you go there a lot, man.
no, he liked that. He liked that. He like.
I ain't never
he
had.
like-
I have never had pink eye
He
in my
like
life.
Yes.
I do not go there.
The groceries are just more
Yeah,
cleaner.
it's just
that's
a
all.
few things that you should check every year. You know, and eyes are one of them. Yes, sir.
Your blood work.
Yeah, get
eyes.
that blood. In your
I know I
eyes.
need glasses. Like my vision is blurry. I can see up close really well, but like watching I have a big TV in my house.
Ooh, wealth.
And yeah, that's all. You know,
Can't hide money.
humble brag. You know, I always bring it back to me. I have a big TV upstairs and downstairs.
Ooh.
I have 2 big TVs.
Is that
in my
got
house.
to do- is that got to do something with your
He
height or
compensate for something. There you go. Big truck, big TV.
About as big as me.
I'm compensating for my bad vision is what I'm compensating for. But I'll sit on the couch and it's on the wall, and sometimes I can't read. I can't read the scroll at the bottom, like on game days and stuff. So I know I need glasses. It's just
Does that make you? Was that farsighted? Is it
nearsighted because I can see close. I can't see far
Okay,
away.
can't see far.
So I'm
Okay,
nearsighted.
nearsighted.
So I'm interested to see
So
Like, what's gonna happen,
You think
right?
because of the size, you know?
my head. I need
Yeah.
a bigger TV.
No, I'm just saying.
The glasses.
Hey TV, there's only room up in here for one of us. One of us got to go.
The key word for you is going to be progressive lenses.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
And then when I play video games too long or I stare at like an iPad too long,
Right.
sometimes I get like my eye gets bloodshot over here. So
Oh, don't do that now. You know that.
we'll see what happens. We'll see what
Did
happens.
you tell the peeps that when you go today, tell the peeps
I will.
that,
I'll tell
and
them.
they'll give you a remedy. Don't look at it over an hour. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't happening. It takes at
Stubborn
least.
in his ways.
Yeah,
Stubborn and be
maybe you'll
blind.
be able to hit a
I
shot
just,
now.
hey, you know what? Wouldn't it be funny if I just start ripping off 12 kills a game and that'd be awesome. I'd be like, man, could have been a professional gamer. If I'd have just done this earlier. So, all right, here we go. Football. Anybody got anything else? I've talked about me enough. I'll
No,
be quiet the
mentals
rest
and
of the show.
dental. It's mentals and dental.
Everybody's
I tell you what,
No,
man.
today's mental
he,
and dental
he
day,
been
you're right.
consistent. He been consistent on the nice shirts.
That's a good color.
Yeah,
too, bro.
you've been consistent, my friend.
Brings
Yes,
out your
sir.
eyes.
Well, thanks.
Yes.
Stand up.
Normally, you don't do like your dress shirts. You don't do many solid patterns.
No.
You do like a different. You do like a more.
This feels
Yeah.
weird, actually.
And what's your shirt, Jesse? The Deals
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. This, because we don't want. It's a nice
in
shirt.
the break?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, I get it. All
Yeah.
right. It's a nice shirt. I like it.
Thank you.
It's
That's
kinda-
why I told you not to do that earlier
kinda
because you looked and I was
copyright.
like, don't do that.
Copyright infringement. It's on the mascot there. It's
Nope.
okay though.
It's not.
Looks very familiar in color and stature of a very local, popular mascot.
Hall of Famer, the fadeaway flamingo.
Yeah, that too. I didn't notice that until you said that. That's very good. So, all right. Oh, by the way, what did you guys think before we get into football? Because I'm going to delay the football conversation as long as
Please.
possible. Did y'all keep up with the Klay Thompson going back to Golden State last
did.
night?
I did.
I try to stay awake for it. Yeah.
I thought that was one of the coolest sports things I have ever seen. Like, if you think about it, and
Just tell us about
let's
it.
bring this
Yeah,
back
I
to
didn't see
football.
it.
I'll
Tell
tell you a
us
little bit
about
about
it.
it, and then we'll bring it back to football or the Cowboys, and then we'll talk about the game.
Tell us about it.
Klay Thompson was acquired by the Mavs in the offseason.
Yes.
Obviously, huge part of Golden State's success was Steph Curry and Draymond. Those were the 3 pillars in Golden State and all the championships. First trip back to Golden State on the road, and that's where I want to bring it back to the Cowboys is, can you imagine what that's like? You played your whole career there. You basically built that franchise, and then you're going back for the first time, and you have a different color jersey, and you're in the actual visitors' locker room that you probably had never even gone in. You don't even know where it's at, what it looks like. You pull up in a bus. You're not driving up in your own car. You're getting
Well,
off
in
the
his
bus.
case, it's boat.
But I thought it was one of the coolest things. The walk from the bus to the locker room, they had all the employees,
Yeah.
over 100 employees lining both lines of the hall, cheering and clapping, and they had the
the
captain's
captain's hat.
captain's hats. And I just thought, like, he should have wore darker glasses. Because there's no way he wasn't just losing. Like, I would have lost it. Like,
that was cool.
That was really, really cool. If you didn't get to see it, it's on social media. Go look at it. But I thought that was. Can you think of a cooler?
Did they do anything for halftime for him, or you didn't make it?
No, they did a big intro, like when they did the announcement. Yeah, he was the last one to get called out. They did a little video. Yeah. Steph Curry was supposed to speak, but then Klay had asked him. He said, "Man, please don't speak because I'm gonna cry like before this game." Right. So Steph didn't speak. I think he spoke like after the game.
Right.
But yeah, but it was cool.
Yeah.
Did the Mavs win?
No.
They got
the
way
guy
down.
We gonna look out for you, but we gonna beat you down.
Way down.
Remember that guy that was supposed to speak after the game? He spoke during the game as well, and,
I love you.
closed it out for him. Yeah.
He didn't hit it with a night, did he?
Yes, he did.
He hit it with the night.
And what was terrible is they put him way away early, and then they let him come all the way back, and they were like, "Oh, they're gonna win this game," and it was like, "No, sir."
And then Steph literally hit him with the night, like literally was like that.
Oh my God!
But I thought that was really cool, and I was trying to think. In my sports memory, especially with teams that I follow, what were some cool moments like that? I thought when Romo came back here after he left and he did the first game broadcasting, they did that really cool tribute and put that video together. But can y'all think of any other, cool moments where athletes went to play for another team, or if they were going to retire, something like a really cool tribute, or something nice? Anything stand out to y'all across all sports? Guess it could be, anywhere.
Chris, help us out. Chris, did this.
When you left the Cowboys, Nate, did you when Carolina was out?
No.
Okay.
Nah. Help us out, Chris.
So the one that I remember the most was basically Emmett, because Emmett went to the Cardinals, and we actually played them the next year. That year he went there, so they did a big thing when he came back, and then Roy Williams spoiled it.
Define big thing. What is big thing?
I think they did it like a tribute
type deal.
I mean, this was before social media, so you wouldn't have. Yeah, but him getting off the bus, visitors' locker room, that kind of him coming out, all the media was there.
Yeah,
I don't think they did, because they do a like when the opposing team's media talks to them, they did the conference call that week, that kind of stuff with them, and it was a pretty big deal. But
they do something from DeMarcus Ware. I can't remember.
They did a video tribute. For him when he came back for the Broncos, and he basically did a tour on the field before the game, walking up. Everybody's out there, video and everything, hugging everybody and the employees and everything.
Was that a preseason game? I'm trying to remember.
It might have been. Kurt, anything hockey or baseball?
I was trying to think. Nothing rings a bell.
Okay, well, failed segment on my part.
I apologize.
Anyway, I thought that was cool last night.
It was cool.
Okay, let's just take a break. Then we'll come back and then we'll roll into football. Welcome to Hanging with the Boys. If you've never listened to us before, this is what the show's all about. Absolutely nothing.
You hang with the boys.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. You hang with
Shannon
us.
make it about him
You gonna hang with us. That's it, brother. Whatever this ride takes you on, damn it, you hanging with us.
First, and I was watching Jesse looking at his watch.
I thought we
the
was
whole
going to take
time.
a break. It's about Shannon again.
And I was like, is Jesse gonna? Is he marking how long it's going to take us to get to football, or is that a new Apple Watch?
Compliments to the company.
Yeah.
Whoa,
is that new?
Whoa, speaking of hiding money.
Is that new?
I mean,
is that why you keep looking at it because it's new?
It keeps going off.
Just not.
Nah, it just keeps going off.
Okay, I just never noticed
text
it
messaging
before.
coming hitting you.
So
I don't understand. It just turns out about you every
always.
time.
At least once a week, I'm gonna get it in. This is my segment. All right, I'm done. Well, we'll be right back. Hanging with the boys
for the second time.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Hey, Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle?
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com.
Blockchain.
Thank you, blockchain.com.
Blockchain.
Kurt.
Yes.
Get ready for the ultimate game day experience.
I'm ready.
Thanks to 7-Eleven. You could win a VIP experience to the Cowboys versus Bengals showdown. On December the 9th, just text Cowboys VIP to 711-711 for your chance to win premium club tickets, sideline passes, travel, and more. Don't miss out. Enter now. No purchase necessary. Ends on 11/20. Must be 18 or older in the USDC. Void where prohibited. Message and data rates may apply. Visit bit.ly/go711-711 for full details and non-text entry. And I will not apologize for making segments about me this week because it's my birthday week.
You have all right.
And I am over 50 years old. And
You're
I'm a
not
man.
gonna be
I'm 52. I'm a man. Talk about what I want to talk about.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead on, my brother.
Go off.
Yeah.
I like it.
But you
Butt stuff and everything. I'm a man. Right?
Hey.
Sure.
Football. That's what we're going to talk about now. Go get your stuff checked, everybody. Your eyes, your butt, everything. Your blood, all your stuff. Go get checked. You never know whenever to save a life.
You're right.
Go get
You're
it done.
absolutely right. You're one checkup away from saving your life.
You are. You really are. Ask Kurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your car wreck.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have saved your life, man.
It did.
There you go.
Completely random, and I know this has nothing to do with football, but you just said that. I saw a thing the other day on social media at a hockey game. One of the trainers at a hockey game was in the game. This girl was standing behind the glass of the team, and she's watching this trainer of the hockey team in front, and she realizes he has this mole on the back of his neck, and she's looking, and she's trying to get his attention, but he won't turn around. So she writes a note like on her phone, presses it against the glass, and tells him, whatever that mole is, that mole can be cancerous. You need to go get it checked out.
Right.
I heard about that.
And so, come to find out, she's a medical student. So she saw that mole and was like, you need to go get checked out. He said at first he didn't think about nothing. He said, you know what? Let me go get it checked out. He goes and get it checked out. It's a cancerous mole.
Wow.
I heard about that.
And he eventually had it removed, and it saved his life because the doctor had said, had you waited another year, that you would have been in here for a different reason.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so she saw it, gave him put her phone to the window, saved his life.
Wow.
You know what I like about that? In my twisted mind,
You were saying he's working, I'm working, leave me alone.
No, how people can look at things and see, like she looked at that mole and say, I can, cancer, let me help this man. You look at big black men.
So next time, Nate, someone says something to you, don't just say, I'm working here.
Excuse me, Chris, I'm working.
You're not wrong.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
You were not wrong.
Can we? No, I'm not going to bring it up.
No,
I'm having too much fun going down this trail.
I mean, hey, we could talk about this stuff tomorrow. We could put it all in one day.
Hey, You never told us about the shirt. I guess we still got to wait till the next break.
Next break.
Next break.
All right, that's next. Promise.
If y'all want me to come back the next week, y'all better go next break. If y'all want me to be a part of this show next week, we'll wait till the break.
Yeah, we'll talk about the conversation we had in the break. We'll finish that one, and then we'll find out about the shirt. And then I got another question to ask in the break. So,
hey, but I can tell you a little bit about this Texans defense.
Go ahead, Nate. Tell us.
I'm just gonna tell you my quick deal for before he give us the total breakdown, Jesse. Understand this right here. This defensive line, they have a plethora of guys. Hunter, the first name, Daniil Hunter, he will be on your quarterback. He will bring all type of pressure. First of all, they run a 4-3 base defense. Mm-hmm. Both guards covered, both tackles covered. Their defensive linemen, unlike other defensive linemen that I've seen, their defensive linemen can make plays
active
in the backfield. Yep. Tim Settle Jr. Mm-hmm. I can't pronounce number 91's. Look that up for me, Kurt. Number 91. They can make plays. I can't pronounce his name. I don't want to even go down that trail.
I don't think I can either.
And these guys can make plays. Look out for number 5, their nickelback, and look out for number 20, Jimmy Ward. These guys make plays. They make plays. They're very active. They give up right around 100 yards a game, even in their losses against let me look this up.
The Jets.
Against their loss against the Jets, only 82 yards of rushing. Against the Lions, it was 32 carries for 105 yards for 3.3. These guys are pleased. I mean, Jesse going to break it down even more. These guys are active. You look at their front seven, they are active. Alshir is the linebacker number 0. They are active, and they always got Jimmy Ward somewhere lurking around that line. They will run a nickel blitz every now and then, but they will bring Jimmy Ward with some consistency. I think sometimes he takes off on his own. They're a solid defense, and they've lost their last 2 games, but you're talking about a team that will flat-out hustle, flat-out run to the ball. Coach Slowick and Coach Ryan have these guys running to the ball. In Detroit, I didn't even have to look at the second half because I saw it on TV. Detroit just a beast, y'all. They are just a beast. So
quick stats.
Folo Runso Fatukasi.
Say it again. Number 91.
Folo Runso Fatukasi.
That sounds good.
That's his last name or both names?
His first name.
So now you know what I was at the house saying, right?
Foley.
You know what I was at the house saying.
He goes by Foley, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quick stat on this is from Brandon Laurie on Twitter. Daniil Hunter has generated 62 pressures this season.
I'm telling you.
The most through the first 10 weeks of the season in the past 7 seasons per NFL Pro.
Wow.
Every time you look up, he is a couple of the reasons why this kid for Detroit had 5 interceptions. Every time you looked up, he was somewhere hunting. Now, the sack master didn't play last week, or Will
Anderson.
He didn't play last week. You know, they brought in another young guy, and they didn't play. And they got White. They got White.
Devin White.
Devin White. So he played a little bit, but he didn't even play last week. And so it's going to – they got him questionable this week. They're going to have a full package, man. They got a good, solid team. And we ain't even talking about their offense yet. I'm just saying their defense, they play hard. Even in the loss, they play hard, man. They play hard. That's all I have to offer to y'all.
Just some quick stats from Kurt on the defense. Up front, they're 7th in sacks with 29, 4th in pressures, 27.5% of the time. They're secondary, 4th in passing yards allowed, 3rd in interceptions, and 1st in pass breakups.
They'll get after you, man.
Yeah.
And then they're
13 interceptions, man.
Yeah, secondary, Bullock is tied for 3rd in the league in interceptions with 4. And Lassiter, the cornerback, has 3 interceptions and allowing.
He had 2 last week.
Only a 48.9 passer rating.
You know what? In every game, you'll see where guys have dropped 2 or 3 interceptions. You're like, oh, that could have been an interception. Well, these guys got 5 turnovers. What, 5? Was it 5 interceptions?
Yep, 5. Yeah.
And they dropped. I mean, literally had them in their hand, and then just all they had to do was take 2 quick taps, and it would have been an interception. And they dropped them. I was like, this is one of the worst games I've ever seen your boy had since he's been,
CJ Stroud. Oh, no, talking about Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. This is one of the worst games I've ever seen him have, man.
What are you seeing in the secondary, Jesse?
You know, this is a really good secondary, and Nate named some of them, but he didn't even name the best one.
Which one is that?
The best one is Derek Stingley Jr.
Yes.
He's the best of the bunch. Like, he's the guy that, you know, he talk about ball hawk. He can run. He can flip his hips. He's the best out of the bunch. We remember Jimmy Ward because of his years playing with San Francisco. So we remember that guy from his time with San Francisco. And what they've done, and Lassiter, he went out last week against the Lions. After 2 interceptions, he had a concussion. So he's, I think this week's through concussion protocol, probably will play in this football game. What they decided to do, and to Nate's point, he's absolutely correct. Active group, everybody. And they didn't even have Will Anderson last week. And he's probably the best up front. Quick sidebar. Danielle Hunter maybe Myles Garrett. They got the best arms that you've ever seen in your life. Like, just...
Oh, let me check this out.
Yeah, you would love it. You would love it. Danielle Hunter, man, he got arms that look like somebody built them in a lab.
Yeah.
And if you say that Lane Johnson is the best right tackle in the league, Penei Sewell is the second one. And Danielle Hunter put Penei Sewell last week he put him in a move.
There you go, Kurt.
Yeah, he put him in a blender. He put Penei Sewell in the blender on that one play. Fake spin, get back to him, affected the pass that Goff was throwing. But up front, they're active. They've decided defensively, and DeMeco Ryans is talk about another Shanahan tree. DeMeco Ryans coming from he was the architect in that Niners defense that we had to face for so many years. So DeMeco Ryans coming over here. They've decided you're not gonna run the ball on us. That's what they decided. So if you are a parlay person and you got a parlay ticket, take the under when it comes to Rico and rushing yards. I'm just telling you that what they're front for, their 3 linebackers, they've been hell bent on committing another guy to the line to the box to stop the run. They want to stop the run because they believe that their corners can play, you know, either some sort of man matchup, some sort of zone man matchup, single high safety. They're playing in that realm right now. They're just saying we're not going to allow teams to run on us. And even though they gave up 100 yards as a group to Detroit, it wasn't like one guy got off for 100 yards. I don't believe. Maybe I gotta look at that again, but they didn't have. It wasn't a usual Detroit running type performance where they were 150 yards, 170 yards type deal.
105.
It was 105.
Yeah.
I think. Who's the starter for the
Gibbs or Montgomery?
Montgomery. I think he was the one. He maybe had like 78 yards.
I think Gibbs had like 30 something.
Yeah. So that's where it may have came. I don't think they've given up a 100-yard rusher since a couple weeks ago. As a matter of fact, it was Taylor from the Colts. He was the last one they gave a 100-yard rusher up to one back. But they're active, man. They're flying around, and it was funny. Like when you watched them in those red uniforms. They just looked fast. They were everywhere.
Shiny helmets.
It's 11 guys to the football. They're getting there under control, and they're getting there with bad intentions. They want to make you hurt every time they tackle the football. And you know, last week you look at what our quarterback did, Cooper Rush. You know, if you're not going to be able to challenge them in some places down the field, you're in for a long day. Because this group, how do
you do that, though?
The word that comes to mind for me is active. You gotta be active, man. The Cowboys have to find themselves, like I said last week, in a lot of 12 personnel. That's 1 back, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. You gotta find a way to try to get more blockers on them than they have defenders to give yourself creases in that run defense. Because if you just think you're gonna line up your 5 versus their 5, your 6 versus their 6. All across the front of that line is activity. All across it. And those guys are relentless. And so they're going to win probably some of those one-on-one matchups. The Cowboys, they aren't sure right now what this offensive line is going to look like. Last week you saw Asim Richards at the left tackle. You don't know what's going to happen this week if all their guys on that left side may be available. Tyler Smith, I'm looking at now that it's out, I can say it. Tyler Smith, he was in the rehab group today, heavily wrapped left knee. What is Tyler Smith now going to be, right? So that left side can be extremely compromised if you're saying you're going to be either without Guyton again and Tyler Smith. That left side has already been an issue, but now you add the fact that Tyler Smith is not going to be 100%. Let's just say that. So this defensive front is going to give whoever the quarterback is, whether it's Trey Lance, whether it's Cooper Rush, hell, let's hope we don't have to get down to an emergency quarterback and Will Greer. But they're going to have their hands full because this defense is fierce, it's physical, and in the losses that they've had, it ain't really been on the defense. The defense has done what they were supposed to do. And we'll talk more offensively tomorrow, but a lot of what that offense is hurt offensive linemen. Stephon Diggs is out. Nico Collins is out. He may be back for this game, but we'll talk about more offense tomorrow. Defensively, this is a group, and like I said, if they get Will Anderson back, that's even more of a headache that you're going to have because he's another. He is the guy on this defense. He is the guy. He is the, look at me. I'm your captain now. He's the captain of this defense. And then the rest of them follow behind Will Anderson. So whether he's there or not, you're going to get a ton of activity from those guys up front. And boy, in that secondary, ball hawks.
They will hit.
And they will hit.
They will hit, bro.
This is when you hear Nate and I talk about culture and toughness, and how that's that's a thing that is built in from the coaching. Remember what the Niners were when DeMeco Ryans was there. I'm not saying that though they're guys. I'm saying the effort is there. He is a defensive guy who played with his hair on fire. They're coming with a group of guys. One guy just ain't gonna be there.
No,
it's gonna be you when whoever the ball carrier is. By the time the whistle blows from the referee, there's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 guys standing around that particular player. They fly to the football, and if Cooper Rush or Trey Lance or whoever the hell is throwing the football, if you're not accurate and you're not where you're supposed to be with that football, Stingley, Ward, Bullock, Lassiter, give it here. Give it here. That's going to be a turnover, and they're looking to be very opportunistic on that defensive side.
Isn't coaching right now interesting in the league? The way, like the types of coaches you have. You have 2 really good new coaches that played the way they coach, and their teams are exactly like the way their personalities. DeMeco and Dan Campbell, right? And then you've got the kind of finesse group that's, Daniels and. Is that right? Daniels in Miami?
Yeah.
Miami, and then you got McVay, and you got, that group that's kind of that, when you look at them, you think they're real cerebral and real thought, and you kind of have, and they're both working, both systems and both types of coaches are working, with this youth movement.
Jameer Gibbs had, 19 carries, 71 yards, which you was talking about.
Okay, it was Jameer Gibbs? Okay.
Yeah, Jameer. Okay. The thing, 22 points a game they're giving up, 308 yards in this modern day NFL. They're giving up a game, and so 8 forced fumbles, 5 of them recovered. They only stand on the field 27 minutes. That over a game, now you get a week to rest. So over a game, one game, when we used to do that for our defense, when I played, boy, they used to give us some turnovers. Because they fresh, they flying around. They flying around. And so I am telling you, them 2 tight ends Jesse's talking about come to play, come to help this team, and then be an outlet for your quarterback in pass situation. I see
this team is looking. I'm telling y'all, this team is looking for victory. They need a victory.
Yes, sir. 2 in a row.
They've lost 2 in a row. They're looking for victory to stay. and the path that they are going to. Remember, Houston and Jeff Kavanaugh said this morning, and it was a great thing that he said. He said life is a little bit different when you're now the hunted and not the hunter.
Yeah.
They were the hunters last year. Nobody really expected them to do anything last year. Rookie QB, and not really much expectation, and they jumped on a lot of people. And now this year, people see them coming, and they're still a really, really, really formidable group. Again, the injuries have hurt them offensively, but this is a group that has played physical defensively. We're talking about defense today. The defense isn't the problem. The defense isn't the reason why they've lost the last 2 games. They're going to come out and they're going to play hard. They are looking for a victory in a major way. And we talked about it before. We laugh about it, all the time here is, we're going to play the Giants. That's our drugstore.
Pharmacy.
Our pharmacy. They're looking at the Cowboys right now like, here's our get right. Here's what we get back onto our winning ways. So They offensively, they better bring the thunder.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, more football on Hanging with the Boys.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle?
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of your Dallas Cowboys. Jigsaw. All right, the final six.
Another injury type, small note, talking about the offensive line. Chuma Doka is back working with the team, so he's eligible to come off IR.
His window opens up?
His window's open, so maybe we'll see him out there on the left side.
Flip over to the Cowboys.
Was his toe, right? Was his toe?
I think so. I don't remember.
His toe? His pinky toe? Still one of the best movies ever. Harlem Nights.
Shoot my pinky toe. You want to shoot me in my pinky toe?
So good.
Now I got to cut you.
That was probably my favorite movie growing up. That Coming to America were two of my favorites. Anyway, Cowboys offense. Nate, do you think this was a question from one of our listeners, right, Kurt?
Yes.
Stephen Pellegrino. Great last name, Pellegrino. Is having two rookies on the offensive line taking a toll on Zach Martin, with him like having to constantly help him, the left tackle shuffling around, not in sync, or it's just
No.
Okay.
Now you may have if this kid was blowing assignments, that's one thing where you have to, he thinking a deuce block coming or a game coming, and this kid is missing that. No, Zach's problem is simply this: he's injured, he's hurt, and he's a little bit older. That is his problem.
Okay. All right, Cooper Rush. Let's move on to him. One completion of more than 5 yards versus Philadelphia. And look, I don't know what I was seeing. I don't know if I told y'all this on the show Monday, and I was embarrassed to even bring it up. But when I watched the game, I was like, I think it was effort is what I saw. I thought the first quarter, the first half, whatever, I was like, he's not playing that bad. And maybe it's because I was just expecting him to dink and dunk and hand the ball off. But I think it's because he was actually he wasn't completing them down the field, but he was throwing them down the field. He had a couple of almost there. And I think it was just, I was expecting so little out of the backup quarterback position.
And your birthday was when?
Sunday, yeah.
What time you start drinking?
I didn't drink. I didn't drink all weekend. Isn't that crazy? Okay. First time on my birthday ever, I didn't drink. I don't know what's going on, man. You tell I'm getting old.
Golly.
But I think it's because of the.
You ain't had none of that little devil lettuce, did you?
Nope.
Oh, dang.
Still hadn't done that. I don't know what it was, but I felt like, maybe it's because of the effort, because they were actually throwing it. They were actually putting air under the ball, and I wasn't expecting that. Now, it wasn't coming down and being caught and all that stuff, but, and then I looked at halftime and looked at the stats. I was like, okay, what have I been watching? Like, what have I been thinking? So
because what got you was they were still in the game.
I guess
when they were still in the game and they were being competitive, because I was saying like, okay, we hanging in here. That's how I was looking at it. We hanging in here, even though I was kind of watching only the left tackle. I'm like, we hanging in here because he was hanging in. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at the stats too and said, wow, the quarterback ain't doing too well.
Yeah.
And at the end of the game,
and we've seen Cooper Rush be able to throw for yards and be successful. So is this maybe just him not playing for so long and getting back in there, or is this just a glaring look at like this is what Dak's been dealing with?
The same thing Jesse spoke about yesterday.
I mean, is there anything you can do this week to get more than
49?
Yeah, and
48.
a completion of more than 5 yards down the field?
Yeah, I said this the other day. I think Cooper Rush is somewhere in between what we saw a couple years ago and what we saw Sunday. I don't believe he was as good as we thought a couple years ago, and I don't believe he was as bad as we saw Sunday.
Yeah, true.
I think he's somewhere in the middle of that. Now,
and that won't even be good, Jesse.
It won't.
Come on.
It won't.
I'm telling you, that one.
It won't.
You got to do better than that. Come on, try something.
No, I'm just saying, like, it won't be enough. It won't be enough. When you're faced with playing quality teams, the Dallas Cowboys, when they're faced with playing quality teams here on out, with the lack of quarterback play, with the injuries and the offensive line and all of that, the only way that you are able to stay into these games is that you, as an offense, everybody has to play their absolute best for the entirety of the game. And you have to have the defense play their absolute worst for the entirety of the football game. That's how you find yourself in a position to win. Because, even will Micah come out, this week and be Micah? Sure. 100%. Okay, cool. But that won't be enough, because you eventually that the offense will get back on the field. And they just have more than you. They just have a better overall output. This is when you start. The scheme doesn't matter. You don't have the Jimmies and Joes. Yeah. And that's the part that is evident that we have to look at. Now, they aren't going to go out there with that approach. Asim Richards is going to go out there. He's going to play his best. Terrence Steele's going to go out there and he's going to give you what he got. What that got is, or what they're giving is, may not be much. We don't know. Reports are out now that Tyler Smith is dealing with a knee injury. What has he got? I just told you this defensive line is relentless. So over and over and over again, yeah, you might win a play. Cool. But I'm going to win the next 3.
You excited to see your guy? Awesome.
Yes, but it's coming at the expense of one guy not getting any run. If coach said it would be a competition, which I don't believe. What can you do? Yeah. What can you do out there on the field? You don't hit. ever. So how can it be a competition? Who had the most bad mental lapses out there? So
Asim's another young guy. He's only second year. So is this a guy they should be maybe giving some more development run here?
The thing is, you determine that your left tackle is Guyton. You got to ride with that. If you switch and this kid Asim gets better and better and better, okay, what do you do then? You cannot run this kid off because his contract up in a couple of years. And when you run him off, we'll be like, wow, man, Detroit got such and such.
Or you'll look up and 12 years later, he's still in the league, and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't know he was in the league.
That musical chairs thing only works so far because the money that you give these kids or the money that they see out there on the horizon make a kid think different. The best thing ever happened for Asim Richards was to have a chance to play, and he did okay. The worst thing in the world is the Cowboys let him play, and the world saw him do okay. So them, just like we said, we liked it, Jonathan, and so we got him with a 4th-round pick. Other teams saying the same thing, like, we knew this kid could play. Let's give him opportunity with our squad.
Is there any chance you move him to the right side?
It is, yes, not Asim Richards, the other kid.
See, I think the opposite. I think if Asim continues on, like for him, because you spent the assets, the resources that you put into Tyler Guyton, you got to figure it out. Or you got it. So now Asim becomes. He said, "Oh, okay." He comes out swinging tackle now. So now he's a guy who like, oh, we know we can play on the left hand side. Let's shift you over to the right hand side. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because quality offensive line in this league is at a premium. You just don't have many. So if you get one, and then now you add Chuma Edoga coming back. So now if I got Asim, who's a swing tackle, I got Chuma who can play. Now I'm working with a little something. Now I can go in to this offseason and I'm saying, okay, Guyton will continue to develop and grow. But now I know I got Asim's playing at a good level, whatever Chuma turns out to be, but we can move in that direction. But I mean, hell, they ain't give up on Mozzie yet. They're not going to give up on Tyler Guyton after 6 games.
No, that's what I'm. That's when Coach said it's a competition, and I'm like, we all know what competition.
Coach fighting for his life.
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Coach fighting for his life.
When they you were fortunate enough to go to North Carolina, right?
Yes, sir.
And you had that class where they taught you things to say. Coach should have enough experience to know that no comment, we'll let you know later, is better than saying it's a competition.
Well, he might not say it, then the next thing you know, on Tuesday or Friday or Thursday.
Right.
Somebody else says it.
Somebody else above him might say it.
Well, let him say it. Because he can't get fired. Let him say it.
So the best thing that could happen is all the young guys go out and they play really well this week, and then at least you have options, right? At least then you got to figure out where
it's
the
all
pieces
about 2025,
fit.
baby.
Yeah. Where do you put them, and how do you practice them, and who gets to play in time, and where do we line them up in camp next year? So, young fellas, go have a good game this week.
There you go.
Because we're not talking about the offense anymore the rest of the week.
It's not much to talk about.
No,
it's not.
That's it.
Yes, it is. Baby.
One
got
segment.
positives all over the place.
One segment.
Well, we see.
Mingo?
We'll see Mingo. Maybe we'll see Mingo this week.
We will.
Should.
I mean, every other receiver gets traded from another team and plays in the same week.
Yeah.
All
right. So, question for you to end the show: If Cooper goes out and plays the way he did last week, right? At what point will we see? And Nate, you can go ahead and leave because you don't like talking about this. Well, what point will you see Trey Lance
full time?
Yeah,
Thanksgiving, like I said.
So you think Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
We'll see Cooper Rush till Thanksgiving. If
you'll see some packages to
like what
Monday
they did
night.
last week.
Yeah. You might see some packages, but full time Thanksgiving.
Okay. All
I
right,
give you
fellas.
the Jesse look.
Good stuff. Good seeing you. Go get your middles and your dentals and your butts checked out.
Yes, do all of the above.
Tomorrow, Chris.
Straight to Jesse look.
Thanks for keeping us on the air, Jazz. Josh, thanks for keeping him company. Tomorrow, same time, same place.
Cowboys defense. Texans offense.
Which
over under? How many times would Shannon bring up this kid?
Which kid?
That quarterback.
Oh, he's good. I like him. We will talk about it tomorrow. Go Google Daniil Hunter arms. Thank me later.
That's for you, Shells.
Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!